Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with the news markets have been waiting for all week, the Fed to speak. They have been meeting and today sharply upgraded their forecast for American economic growth in 2021. Elsewhere, they left their pandemic settings for monetary policy unchanged in what is essentially a cautious review. But that growth upgrade reinforces market moves to raise long-term benchmark interest rates on the basis that this growth will be inflationary at some point, and relatively soon. The Fed, however, thinks the inflationary bump will be short-lived. The US Treasury is quickly dispersing stimulus payments. So far, $242 billion have been paid out to 90 million people. This is less than halfway, so the amount of direct juice going to households is very large. Even larger are other program support payments, taking the eventual total to $1.9 trillion, or 9% of US GDP. Most professional analysts see first quarter 2021 growth running at close to 5% in the US. The Atlanta Fed's GDP Now forecast has it running at almost 6%. For an economy as large as the US, this is a very large amount. And don't forget, most of the Biden stimulus plan won't have much impact in the first quarter of 2021. The effect will be felt in the rest of 2021. It could result in the largest American economic expansion in a generation. In advance of that, US housing starts tumbled in February when no change was expected. It was an unwelcome surprise and is 9% lower than for the same month in 2020. The weather is getting the blame, but building permit levels have stayed elevated and housing completions are running 5% higher than a year ago. In China, food security is important to them and they're facing real threats to key crops from fungal diseases and insects. Their response has been to pour on the chemicals, and they're importing increasing amounts of grains to make up for their domestic shortfalls. They don't seem to be making real progress on food security. The US Treasury 10-year yield is up 3 basis points from yesterday at just over 1.65%, and the price of gold starts today down $4 in New York at $1,728 an ounce. Oil prices have dipped again, now just over $64 a barrel in the US, while the international price is now just on $67 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar opens today at just under 72.4 US cents and taking a big jump post the US Fed announcement. Against the Australian dollar, with little change at 92.8 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're softish at 60.4 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index opens today at 74.2. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.